I'm Ray, and today I'm going to show you how to make the best bulletin boards and door decks possible. But first, I'm going to show you how not to create a bulletin board.
My eyes are so bleary, I guess I'm young, but I feel so weary. I tried to express it, but I think it's all a bore. It's at the heart of me, a very part of me. Speak slowly, I can't hear you. My mind keeps spinning closer and closer to the rain on the roof and the rain in my head and the things that you said. Keep on thinking further ahead and it just gets so foggy. It's nowhere in here and it's everywhere else that I don't want to be. But I'm stuck here, getting misty over you. I'm alone on a bicycle for two.
So, what did you take away from this other than that's just a really terrible board? Well, there's really nothing going on with it. There's no point, really. It's a lot of empty space, not a lot of effort, and it just kind of looks ugly. So, hopefully that gives you a little bit of perspective about what not to do. So let's talk about door decks. Door decks must be completed once a semester, and J-term counts. No 8.5 by 11 paper. It just looks lazy. Only use first names, spell names correctly, and always use students' preferred names. Make extra door decks to accommodate students who may have different preferred names than what's written on the roster. Do not use boy-girl colors or base them on gender stereotypes. Only hang with blue painter's tape. No scotch tape, duct tape, putty, or command strips. They'll damage the doors. And remember, your supervisor may have different or additional expectations, so be sure to ask them what they think about door decks. So why do we do door decks? They make the residents feel welcome. They give a sense of community, give residents ownership of the space. That is a safety measure, and residents really do appreciate the thought and effort of you putting them together. So let's look at some examples of some really great door decks. Here's the good, the bad, and the nope. These are some examples of some really great door decks, and they're really not as complicated as they look. Take the little paint chip guys, or the melted crayons, for example. They look awesome, but they're really not that hard. You can pick up paint chips for free at Home Depot or Lowe's, and the crayons are just melted with a hairdryer. Your door deck should be creative and be evident of the effort that you put into them. So how about what not to do? These should be pretty obvious, but we should never see anything like this on a door at Elon. Just don't. No. We've got misspelled names. We've got an 8.5 by 11 printout that's not even in color, just written on envelopes and a Post-it? Are you kidding me? If I saw RAs putting up door decks like these, they'd be taking them down and doing new ones. Just no. So let's talk about bulletin boards. Bulletin boards are to be completed monthly, though some are provided, such as eco-reps will sometimes make a bulletin board for you. A calendar will be provided with those dates that you're expected to complete bulletin boards and dates where bulletin boards are provided for you. It's not often they're provided for you, but we'll let you know. Corkboard should be completely covered with clean edges. Do not put up 8.5 by 11 pieces of paper. It just looks tacky. Always use backing paper and make sure it looks nice if you're reusing it. And be creative. Use your strengths. If you have bad handwriting, then type stuff. If you can't draw, then print out pictures. No matter what your strengths or weaknesses are, you do have creative options. Always include a title, and remember your AD may have different or additional expectations about bulletin boards, so check with them. So now you're probably wondering, why do we do bulletin boards? Well, there's several reasons. One is to provide information for residents. Another is passive programming. It helps add a creative touch to the residential spaces. Think of it like a door deck for your whole hall. It helps build community, and think about doing interactive boards and games that residents can interact with. It also sparks conversation and helps build relationships. So how do you do bulletin boards? There are rolls of butcher block paper available in the Colonnades area office. You need to go during office hours or work with Colonnade staff to access this area. Butcher block paper is those really big sheets of colored paper that you can put on your bulletin board. There's also a set of die-cut letters available in the Res Life office, but currently it's only consonants, so check back. ADs have supplies, let them know what you need and they can purchase them for you. You can also find inspiration on Pinterest, Tumblr, or residentassistant.com. They've got great ideas you can use. And talk to your AD about printing bulletin board components for free. Now let's take a look at the good, the bad, and the nope. These are some examples of some really great bulletin boards. My favorite is probably in the top left, the Dr. Seuss one. As you can see, they're informative, they're tasteful, they're creative, and they're just put together really nicely. Take a look at some of these and look elsewhere like Pinterest and residentassistant.com for more ideas. Check out the 3D aspect of the Facts About Alcohol board and that the recycling board uses recycled newspapers. The possibilities are really endless. Get creative. This is what we want to see on your halls. And this is what we never want to see on your halls. Or anywhere. Ever. To be honest, I'm not really sure what's going on here. The bird quote is kind of cool, but there's no content. We've got the border that's kind of falling off the bulletin board. The happy fall leaves much to be desired, and I'm not really sure what's going on with that ball on a stick. My favorite, though, is the welcome to your future. And that's all there is. Nice stars, though, I guess. Anyway, don't do this. We want to see bulletin boards that show creativity and ingenuity and anything but that. So now that you know what to do and what not to do, here's some pro tips. Plan your bulletin boards and door decks early or a month ahead. Due dates can really sneak up on you, and you never know when you may need that buffer. Be creative. You don't just have to use butcher block paper. Try fabric or newspaper, maps, wrapping paper. The possibilities are endless, just as long as it still looks nice. Keep spare backing paper on hand. If it does get down to the wire, it's a lot easier than trying to track down a staff member to let you into the Colonnades workspace. And don't forget to ask your returning RAs if they have any advice or pro tips that can make it easier for you. And as always, talk to your ADs about any additional expectations they may have or things they want you to do or not do. Feel free to ask questions if you're unsure or if you need help. There you have it, the nuts and bolts of bulletin boards and door decks. Now go forth and make some awesome stuff.